Alright, what's up guys? This is Boss Mercy with the Boss Gaming Crew. We are going to go over today and talk about the CBR4. Is it meta? Is it not? So we are going to start out comparing it to all of the other SMGs at their basic state. Alright, so start out with the MX9. That's the meta. We don't really have a whole lot to talk about there. It is going to be getting nerfed this season, so I can't wait to actually see what the nerf is going to be like. So PP Bison, all the stats are better. Damage is a little bit better, you know. And the thing about the PP Bison that I like most is it has a gigantic ammo clip. Okay, you know. And I love to use the PP Bison. I just do because it has a great range on it when you put on, you put on the monolithic. It's good. Now the QXR, kind of similar, a little bit. You know, has a little bit more fire rate, but it has less damage. Accuracy's a little bit better, control's a little worse, it has a little bit more mobility, and the range is the same. So they're kind of similar, but they're not, as the QXR isn't a bullpup for one, and it's more of a close range, close quarters gun. So now we got the AGR, the auger. Now fire rate's pretty similar. Damage isn't too far off. Accuracy isn't too far off. Same range. I would say that they're both probably the closest to each other. Finnick we're not going to really even talk about because that's another one of the close quarters guns. Same with the QQ9. It's another close quarters gun. Now Cordite, I could probably compare it to the Cordite a little bit, even though the Cordite does have an 80 round mag. It has been nerfed, and so was the QQ9 at one point, and then they kind of buffed a little bit, so it's still pretty beasty. So they've got the same fire rate, same damage, So I would say that these guns right here are both most alike. Only difference, major difference, is the Cordite has the 80 round mag and the CBR4 only has that 50 round mag. Alright, so GKS, we've got, all the stats outbeat the CBR4 besides the fire rate. Now the GKS does have less ammo. I think it has a 45 round clip. I might be wrong. It might have a 55 round clip. I think it does have a 50 round clip. Pharaoh we're not going to compare because that's a burst gun. The HG40, they're kind of close. Fire rate slow, more damage, but all the other stats are quite a bit more than the CBR besides range. But the HG40 does have a smaller clip. MSMC I'm not going to talk about because that's a close quarters gun, and the clip size is only 35. It does have a faster fire rate, more damage. But because of the mag size, it's just, I'm not going to talk about the close quarters guns. So the CBR4 is a bullpup, and if you don't know what a bullpup is when the magazine is at the back of the gun. Okay, so the only other bullpup that we have in the SMGs would be the Codm. Okay, now I'm trying to think here. Oh, not okay. So I'm wrong. So it would be the auger, the CBR, and the Codm are the only bullpups that we have right now in the SMG list. Razorback, I wouldn't really consider it a bullpup. These two right here, pretty close. fire rate's a little bit lower, but damage is quite a bit higher. Then you got the PDW. Now this is a side. This is a side reload, and it's just like the cordite. They reload from the side. So these two aren't too far off, but PDW is more of a close range gun. Now the RUS, this one is, there's the Chickum as well, another bullpup, but it's a burst gun, so I'm not going to try to compare it. Back to the PDW. We're going to look at that a little bit. Stats wise, they're pretty close. Stats wise, pretty close. Razorback. I used to play with the Razorback a lot, long time ago. Not so much anymore. And so really the final one is going to be the RUS. And this one's actually not too far off. The damage is actually quite a bit more, but it does have less range. It does have a little bit more control, a little more accuracy, less mobility, and the fire rate's a little bit lower. I would still use the RUS over the CBR. Even though they have the 50 round, I just would prefer the RUS over the damage. So let's just set up a couple. I'm going to play a few matches with some different loadouts. So we're going to go with the OWC Marksman first. Okay. Now we're going to pick a stock. We're going to go with the RTC Ready stock. I'm not going to pay so much attention to mobility on this one. I'm going to focus mostly on accuracy. Accuracy and range is what I'm going to focus mostly on here. Accuracy, control, and range are going to be my focuses on this loadout. So I'm going to put the stippled on there because I know once I put on the monolithic, everything's going to drop again. So we'll put the monolithic on. I'm going to look at a couple other things just to see how they affect. Now, tactical wouldn't be bad because nothing else moves except the range. The only difference is by 3 points, so it's not major. With most other SMGs, when you put on the monolithic, it's a huge jump in range. Huge jump. Sometimes by 10 points in jump. But this is only 3. So monolithic doesn't really make a difference on this gun. And I'll show you that. Because my last match, I'm going to play with no muzzle at all. So we're just kind of checking out the different fire rate. My face covers fire rate, but fire rate isn't gonna change at all, so it doesn't matter. I should have gone through perks maybe and looked to see if they had a bolt, but I doubt that they do. QXR is the only one that has that. Alright, so let's see what the OWC. Alright, so I'm going to take off the OWC and I'm going to put on the monolithic. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So our mobility is going to stay below, it's going to stay right around 80. which for an SMG is not that fast. 90 and above, it would be considered fast. So let's just check it out. Let's just check out this loadout here. So I'm going for range, control, and accuracy with this loadout. Alright, so we've got a free-for-all match here.
Free-for-all.
Iron sights, not too bad. You would actually probably be able to put on, a red dot sight and not really lose much else. Oh, I got somebody across from me. Oh, he's got the AK. Yeah, he hit me with a AK. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, so range is alright, so range is okay. I'm trying to hide over there. That's what we got here.
Repeat, UAV recon standing by. Friendly shock RC is ready.
Oh, jeez. Oh, so he was at the end of the hall. I just wasn't paying attention. But I had somebody coming up behind me.
Friendly shock RC is coming.
Alright, there we go. My kill. Somebody here. Somebody's here. There she is. Could be a he, could be a she, I don't know. Yes. Not gonna miss that one. Oh my gosh. Dude just like did a bunny hop. Caught me right in the head. Nice. Oh, we got somebody crossed over there. Just camping. I'm gonna go after that person if I can. Alright, let's try to make our way to the back so we can get around and flank this person. They're still even there. Up there in the room. I'm out. Oh, he got me. Got me on the reload. Yeah, should have been any misses. He's gonna come back around. Oh, somebody sniped me. Oh, from the window? Okay. I think that was the one that sniped me. Yeah, it was.
Friendly shock RC is ready. Be advised, hostile Predator missile inbound. Friendly shock RC is coming.
Okay. Take that. so I got one. First place on that. So the gun, not too bad. I'd say Vulture perk. It's probably a good perk to use on this one. Oh, getting thumbs up.
Just another day.
Alright, so
Good
we're going to
job.
change up the gun, and we're going to go more for speed. So it'll be more for ADS time. See how fast of ADS time I can get. Just going to try to check out some of these other barrels. These muzzles. See, none of these. Well, obviously we're going to have to change the barrel. Let's see. So the fastest it can be, I think, at its fastest is 104. But your control is going to be higher than your accuracy. So the accuracy is, your spread is going to be really bad, especially for long range. Even though these are more for short range, you know, a lot of times you're going to need, you know, to hit longer range shots. Alright, so let's put on this extended, the shorter barrel. I want to bring up my accuracy, or my agility, or mobility as much as possible. Try to have as fast as ADS as I can. So we'll put on the combat stock. So now we're sitting at 88. We're going to have to change up the grips. Take off the stipple. So now we're sitting at 96. And then we'll put on the OWC. So that puts us at 99. So we're at 40, 99, and 37. Which isn't bad. If I wanted more, I could probably take off the monolithic and put on the tactical, which would put mobility above 100, and which is probably what I should have done. And I don't know why I didn't do it. I thought I did it, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, I should have changed. So if you want to hit that 100, use same loadout, but use tactical suppressor. All right, let's run this one. All right, so we got well, cranked. So we're not really going to be able to tell much with speed, but ADS we're going to be able to tell. So cranked is not going to affect your ADS. It's only going to affect your movement speed.
Cranked.
Enemy down! Need backup! Reloading! Cover me! Down! Target down!
I got caught by the martyr. Damn it. That thing is annoying.
Changing mag! Cover me!
Boom! Headshot!
You can't get out here. Alright, so. Oh wow, what she get?
Enemy down!
She had the RUS. Yep. Like I said, that's what I would probably prefer to use over this gun.
Target down!
Because I believe I did start
Enemy
shooting her
contact.
first,
Tango down.
but had a little bit more damage. The speed wasn't. Hers is 75, this is 80, but damage is quite a bit higher. Oh, nope.
Reload!
I'll get her back. I'll find her.
Need
She's still
backup.
here, I think. Alright, headshot.
Tango down.
Targets in sight. Enemy contact. Headshot.
Headshot.
I'm hurt!
I'm hurt. Tango down.
Oof.
I'm a... Need backup!
UAV recon ready for deployment. Friendly Shock RC is ready.
Missed quite a few shots.
Friendly Shock RC is coming.
Target down.
UAV online.
Changing mag!
Enemy contact. Enemy down. Enemy in sight. Tango
Sentry
down.
gun ready to deploy. Sentry gun deployed.
Down, see if we can pick us up some kills. Doggy. Oh, I cranked out. Ah, sorry. Yeah, I cranked out.
Need backup! Flashbang! Changing mag! Enemy down!
Keep on them. We're winning this one.
We're in the lead right now.
Need backup!
Oh, I can't believe he got me. Gosh. Yeah, they've caught us up. Oh my gosh, and that, yeah, so that put them in the lead right there. Jeez, we were up by a huge amount.
Headshot.
I'm hurt!
Lost the lead.
Man, I blew that one. I should have been able to pull through for the team on that. I screwed that up. I died 3 times, just back to back to back. And that's what got them. Allowed them to come right back into it.
Contact with enemy!
It's alright. Alright, so let's change it up. We're gonna go without a muzzle this time.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Oh, well done, well done, well done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's go back in. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the OWC. We're gonna keep the combat stock on. That's what I should have had that first time. So we're at 91. Alright, I'm going to take off the muzzle. That's right, I'm going to take the muzzle off. And then I'm going to put stippled back on, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to be at 99. Oh, am I going to go granulated? Yeah, we're going to go. Okay, so we're going to go granulated. Alright. So mobility is above 90, 93. Accuracy 57, control 46. So it's pretty well rounded here, except for we're not going to be using a muzzle. Okay, so here we go. We're going to have some hard point here. And we'll just see out of these loadouts which I do the best with.
Hard point.
So that second loadout, I shouldn't have used the monolithic suppressor. I should have used the tactical. So instead, if you want to copy that loadout, use the tactical. Now the first one,
It's too close.
stay
Fight
with the
harder.
monolithic. But on that second loadout, use the tactical, because that would have put you above 100 on
Tango
mobility.
down.
Would have put me above 100 on mobility.
Enemy down.
I'm hurt! Need backup!
Just
Enemy shock RC is coming.
I'm not sure what that was.
Down!
Hard point locked down.
EMP out!
Hard point. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
I should have just shot the dude. Oh my gosh.
Enemy down!
Getting too hands-on
Hard
with
point
these,
identified.
with this equipment.
Reloading!
Hard point is ours.
I'm hurt!
Enemy in sight.
Hard point contested. Hard point lost.
Yeah, those things not going so good so far. Let me just step it
Need
up.
backup!
Alright, so
Hard point locked down. Be advised, hostile predator missile inbound.
where'd she go? She's in here, I know she was.
We tied for the lead. Hard point
Melee.
identified. We've taken the lead.
Enemy in sight.
Hostiles have the hard point. It's too close. Fight harder. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. The enemy is jamming our radar. We lost the lead. Hard point is ours. UAV recon standing by. Repeat. UAV recon is standing by. Hard point contested. Tied to the lead. UAV online. Friendly airstrike incoming. We've taken the lead. Friendly shock RC is ready. Friendly shock RC is coming.
Enemy down!
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Hard point contested. Sentry gun deployed.
Oh my gosh.
Reloading!
Hostiles have destroyed your sentry gun. Hard point identified. Hostiles have captured the hard
Oh,
point.
geez, tried to melee, dude. Didn't happen. So that's the guy that's been running around with that AS foul.
Target down.
Hard point is ours. Hard point lost.
Same guy, AS foul.
Enemy down.
Enemy down.
EMP.
Hard point locked down. Hard point contested.
Enemy down.
Hard point identified.
Enemy down.
Hard point is ours.
Dude, the guy with the AS foul. Oh my gosh.
Down.
Oh, I'm gonna dominate in here. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna hold this thing down.
Target down.
Long shot. I do? Okay. That's not too bad. Accuracy is not the best.
Hard point contested.
Enemy contact.
Hostiles have the hard point. UAV recon ready for deployment. Hard point locked down. Friendly shock RC is ready.
Enemy contact.
Keep on them. We're winning this one.
Down.
There we go.
Hard point lost. Hard point is ours. Hard point contested. UAV online. Friendly shock RC is coming. Hard point contested. Hard point contested. Sentry gun ready to deploy. Enemy UAV spotted.
Alright, so that's it. Looks like I got everybody on this one. Thermite, man.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Alright, 23 kills. Not bad. So that was the best that I did with that loadout. Okay, so meta or not meta? I just don't think it's a meta. I think that it is definitely an A tier gun for sure. I just think that there's some things that hold it back from being a meta. Accuracy being one, damage being another, range being another, mobility being another, control being another. You know, pretty much all of the SMGs outstat that gun. Unless we're talking about, you know, the real close quarters guns or like the Pharaoh. You know, I would say all of the SMGs outstat that gun. You know, it does kill. You know, the recoil is pretty much straight up, so it's very easy to maintain and handle. But I in my personal opinion, I just don't think it's a meta. You know, and you know there's other people out there that may disagree. But just based off of the gameplay, I just don't think it's meta. You know, because there was a couple shootouts where, for example, one person had the RUS and I had this gun, and I started shooting them first, and then they started shooting me, and they ended up killing me. And so the RUS has a 75 fire rate. This one has an 80 fire rate, but the RUS has I think 28 damage, so quite a bit more damage, and that's really what gave that gun the upper hand. Even though they have the same magazine size, it really gave it the upper hand in this one. So, you know, I really wish there would be some type of ammo attachment on this, you know, where, you know, maybe you can increase damage a little bit and drop fire rate, or just add more rounds in it. Because if you could, I maybe would place it in meta, but you know, because of its fast fire rate and the low bullet count, I feel that I have to reload every single time that I shoot, almost every single time that I shoot. You know, if I'm holding down a trigger and dropping 30 rounds, I feel like I have to reload, because if I get into a multi-person gunfight, you know, I'm gonna need, you know, that's 10 bullets apiece, and you may not hit all shots. So that was one thing with this gun. I was constantly reloading. So just in my personal opinion, like I said, it's definitely an A tier class gun for sure, but I would not put it as an S tier, which is the metas. You know, I think there are only a few metas in SMGs, the MX9 being one of them, QQ9, the Fennec, you know, what else? You know, the Bison, kind of like borderline. That's like also another A tier. The RUS, another A tier. There's really not very many metas in the SMG class. But again, it also comes down to the player and how they use them, because any player can make any gun lethal. But me being an average player, you know, in my opinion, this just is not a meta gun. Still a good gun, you know, still something I would use, but not a gun I would choose first. Let's just put it that way. There's other guns that I would choose first before this, and for that reason, I just wouldn't consider it as a meta. Now, if anybody's got any opinions, you know, think that it's meta, give me your reasons why. If you got any good loadouts that you think make it meta, just let me know. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everyone that is subscribing. The channel is growing. I love you all. Got new season coming up, lots of big things coming around the corner, and I'm really stoked. So tomorrow I think we've got our first lucky draw. I think it might be the Dragunov sniper. I'm not 100% sure, but just please make sure to hit that thumbs up, and just let me know what you think of my videos, guys. Let you know what you think of my of my content, and I will be posting more. So I'll catch you later, guys. Take care.